Don't give up, my friend. Keep DMing. Keep shooting your shot. Summer is upon us. Welcome back, everybody. I know. You told me I need to calm down. You giving me the look.
No, I thought you said summer is upon us. And, usually people be looking for somebody to settle down with in the wintertime. Not the summertime. But we are getting older.
There you
go. So they probably want a travel companion.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
You need a vacation. Listen, at the age that we are right now, in our 30s, I'm 26. But in the age that we are right now, it's good to have a travel companion, somebody you can share experiences with. I'm not even gonna lie, before we cracked the mics open, she was saying, we're going to Vegas, and a piece of the Grand Canyon is about 3 hours away from Vegas. So why don't we go? And it's not a bad idea. I have been
wanting to visit the Grand Canyon, but we probably won't get a chance to take a special trip to the Grand Canyon.
Why not?
Anytime soon.
Oh, we can go, like you said, Vegas.
Sounds like trip. Since we're close, might as well.
Have you guys ever been to the Grand Canyon? If you have, let us know. Did you enjoy it? And what was so special about
Specifically, have you ever flown into Vegas and then, drove to the big Grand Canyon?
Yeah, we need to know, because I'm really considering doing that, because when you go to Vegas, after about 3 days, how much Vegas can you do, right? I know me. I'm going to be at the sports book doing a little gambulation, but I have to pull myself away to make sure my wife is cool. But she's also going to shop. But after all of that, what's left?
What did you do? That's why I was like,
pool party, we're going to do that. Usher, we're going to do that. What's left after that? So I guess we can go to the Grand Canyon. We will see. I'm not going to promise it, but I need y'all's advice. But
even if we don't go to the Grand Canyon, there's still like some places like we can go hiking.
Come on. Now you're talking my language.
It's just going to be hot as balls.
It don't matter. Listen, I don't like hiking when it's cold. But back to what we were saying. Travel companion. That's a great thing to have. Can your friends be your travel companion?
Yeah, your friends can be a travel companion. But if you want a little bit, extra, you want a butt rub.
Come on, man. Talk with you. Some of y'all got friends with benefits. You probably need
a little more than
some of you got friends with benefits. Everybody pay their own way. And then when you get there, you start to play. If you know what I'm saying. You start to get in there, pumping them chicken leaks. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's what you're into, however you like it. But
anyways,
get you a travel companion.
Welcome back, everybody.
Oh, this is She and I Podcast. I am your host, Be Love. And like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
Oh, India Marie and Be Love, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us and we are here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday. I'm feeling good and I'm ready to travel. I've been trying to leave. We had a conversation this week, right? We were debating. We debate off the mic too. And I said, hey, I really want to move to LA at this point. Like I'm sick of, I'm just sick of it. I really got to go to LA. So, what your boy started doing. I started sending her houses somewhere we can stay. Some of them that we couldn't stay because we couldn't afford it. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I can't afford 2.5 million. It is what it is. I'm trying to get there. But right now, it's a little bit out of the price range. She got mad at me. Why you sending me this? I don't even want to move to LA. So I'm thinking to myself, should we had discussed this before we just, decided to have all these damn kids? Because I would have divorced you a long time ago. Had I known you didn't really want to move.
I want to move, just not to LA.
See what I'm saying? But who makes that decision? Does the person who's going to be working the job make that decision where to move?
No, my livelihood matters too.
Come on, man.
I mean, granted, if your job is paying, then yeah, I guess we're going. But we already don't have help here. Why would we move all the way across? At least if we really want some help, our help is within driving distance.
Yeah, you got a good point.
So that's what I'm saying. So if we talking about moving to California, we need to be making enough money to live comfortably as well as pay for flights so our parents can come and help us if we need them to.
We can enlist help once we get there. I talked to Will this weekend. Shout out to my homegirl Camille and her husband James. 40th birthday party. Good look. Happy birthday, James.
Happy birthday, James.
So we did that. and Camille threw a hell of a party. Beautiful event, all black everything. But at the end of the party, we had great adult conversations. I'm kind of sick of getting older, man, because the thing about it, back in the day, if it was just me and my guys, we would have been there talking about loose butt, But now, at the end of the party, husbands came together talking about childcare. What has the world become? I don't like this feeling. Needless to say, that we found a common denominator that both of our wives, James and Camille, will fire any child care professional within the blink of an eye. So, transparent moment. We are now back to recording the podcast when we can. We were on an amazing schedule, which did a lot of great things for me, which did a lot of, I don't know about her, but it freed me up to have a schedule, right? I can post a video up on YouTube the night before and it'll be up. You guys already saw it. I can make all my Instagram videos. They'll be up. You guys can see them. But now, India didn't like our last child care professional simply because of her neglect for Blake. And I would agree, but she just let her go. Didn't even give her a chance to explain. Sent her a message. We will no longer be needing your services at this time. We might revisit, but right now we need to take a break.
So, when you have a baby, it's hard to not have baby fever. And you just want to cuddle and snuggle with the baby. But with that, we have a 5-year-old who is very demanding of our time and attention right now. Obviously, we just shook his world up. Mm-hmm. He's been an only child for 5 years, and then we decide to go and throw in another one in the bunch. And so we still dealing with some issues around that. And like I said, his plea for attention. So, the lady came over, nice lady, and she's holding Shiloh. And she's talking to Shiloh. And so she would come over after school. So she would come over from like 4 to 7, right?
It was great.
And so
3 good hours.
She would come at like 4. I would go in the kitchen and start like prepping dinner uninterrupted. She would be with the kids. Bear would be upstairs wrapping up work, setting up for the podcast. And then around 5, I would go upstairs. We'd record. It was a nice little setup.
Nice.
So this day, it's 4 o'clock. I'm downstairs throwing dinner together so that, Blake can eat while we're recording the podcast.
What were you doing?
Throwing dinner together.
Throwing dinner together.
Anyway.
That's what she means.
Throwing dinner together. And I'm noticing Blake is so for the purpose of confidentiality, we will call this lady Miss Amy.
Oh, we were both on the A train.
So Blake is, or she, she's holding Shiloh, and Blake is trying to talk to Miss Amy. And he's like, Miss Amy, Miss Amy, Miss Amy, Miss Amy. And I'm like, why is Miss Amy not answering him? And so I'm, stirring spaghetti in the pot, and I turn around, and Miss Amy is holding the baby and on her phone. And Blake is still sitting there like, Miss Amy, come play this with me. Miss Amy, come do this with me. It ain't no reason. First of all, the lady was charging us $30 an hour. Okay?
Oh, she was hitting me over the head.
So we're paying you almost $100 to come and just sit with our kids.
While we're in the building.
While we're there. The least you could do is entertain him.
Yeah.
You could be holding a baby, but you could also be reading him a book. You could be playing action figures. You could go outside and take him on the walk. But no, you're just sitting there. And I'm like, we're paying this lady too much for this.
Indy said we got to stop. Instant said we got to stop. Like, we got to find better help. And we do.
Well, so she was supposed to come the next week. And Blake said, I don't want Miss Amy to come. And at that point, I knew that he was affected by her shitty behavior from the week before. So we had to end it.
She's letting it out. Anyway, I to say this. When husbands get together now, we just talk about our wives' critique about child care. Because come to find out, my homeboy's having the exact same issues with his wife, firing child care professionals. So I feel like that since you guys are so quick to fire, you need to do a better job at hiring. Because I thought I did a hell of a job. Boy, I thought I was home. So I think you need to now take the reins on hiring somebody. And you did. You found somebody else.
I asked her when we interviewed her, I said, do you feel comfortable being able to take care of 2 kids, especially 2 kids that are in such a different age group? Like you have an infant and you have a 5-year-old. Are you going to be able to handle them both?
I don't feel comfortable handling them both. Me and the 5-year-old, good. That baby, we trying to figure each other out. We got the verdict's still out. She acts just like her mama. So we got some figuring out to do. Keep going.
Listen.
The baby cried. We look at each other and we smile. Then Indy gives her to me. The baby cries. I look at her. She looking at me. We both in tears. Like, man, Indy, come get this baby, man. What is she doing? Me and Blake, we hit it off. Right the back. Boop, knocked it out of the park. There it is. Home run. Me and this damn girl, I don't know what it is. It's because I ain't got no titties. She wants that milk.
Blake was the same way. Blake was the same way.
Blake jumped on board.
I do
the
think
dad
that Shiloh was a bit
fast.
more attached to me than Blake was.
Blake got on top of the dad train and we rode that thing on out. It was quick. Quick. Look at that. Quick with us everywhere.
Anyways.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, if we're paying you that much for help.
Yeah. We need you to actually.
I need you to do something.
Yeah, I just need you to do a little bit. But she was like, I don't think she was a bad person at all. I just think that, like you said, she just got used to cuddling the baby. And she was a school teacher.
I came up with a theory. She was a school teacher. She worked in an elementary school. I think she worked with like 3rd or 4th graders.
She burnt out.
So, probably talking to them all day. By the time she gets home, she probably didn't want to talk, gets to our house. She probably didn't want to talk to a 5-year-old all day. But that's not what we're paying you for. So, yeah, we're not back at square one. We do have someone that has been helping us out.
2 people.
We probably need to stick tuck one more in the chamber.
3
but for
people.
now, I'm feeling good about who we have.
We got 2 great people, and we both we love these people tremendously. You know what I mean? So we trust them, and 2 good people. But we digress. We need to talk about something. I got something on my mind and on my heart, and it's dealing with travel. So let's get right into it.
During the week, we got deep. Chill. Let's talk on the podcast.
That's what just like that. I got to bring it up real fast. So 2 things. One big one that we have to talk about is Chance the rapper getting twerked on. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, let me ask you then real fast. Would you allow me to go out of town and get twerked on like that?
Mm-mm.
You would?
So the twerk is one thing.
Okay.
But he was into the twerk.
He was
there
getting
was a
that
couple
college
ass
twerk.
slaps in there too.
But that's what they do. I feel like when in Rome.
Okay. When in Rome.
Yeah.
So if I go to Carnival.
Okay.
And I have the same thing on, that's the culture. You're supposed to wear that.
I'm 100% fine with that.
If I start twerking, if I see somebody and I want to, I'm not even twerking on somebody. I'm just twerking, right? I'm just shaking my ass. And a man comes behind me and I keep shaking my ass. And it's recorded on camera. What would you do?
Well, hopefully.
Okay.
No, I haven't even got to the point.
Okay.
Let me get to the point. Hopefully, you have enough wherewithal to know where the cameras are. Because I blame the camera person. The camera person immediately should have put the camera down. You got to protect your people, first off. Secondly, if you are with your friends, I'm going to have a problem with it.
I know you are.
I'm going to have a little problem. I'm like, hey, man.
It's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad. So I don't know why all of these people are sitting here acting like they wouldn't be upset. It's no big deal. It's the culture. Yeah, it's the culture, but he's still a married man. And if the shoe was on the other foot, and listen, if he does not care about his wife behaving in the exact same way, then it's fine.
Talk to him.
It's fine.
Okay.
But if not, he was dead as wrong. If not, he was dead wrong.
The thing that we don't know yet is, was his wife actually the one recording? Because he was there with his family.
No. First of all,
that was with his family members.
There was a professional looking video, and it was the angles. It was like
this iPhone 14, a bad motherfucker.
They was bringing the camera up and down, zooming in on the ass with the hand on the ass. Like, come on now, his wife ain't doing all that.
How did we know that? It's Carnival.
No.
She may have been twisted. She may have been on everything.
No,
I have a theory though. Even though it was bad, was it that egregious though? Like, was it like, oh, I'm about to divorce him, so you're gonna divorce me for getting twerked on like that?
No, I mean, I don't don't think it's divorce worthy, but also you finna sit up here and embarrass me like this.
I knew it was going to embarrassment. It's what it is. It's the social media stain. It's just the embarrassment of the whole thing. Because I'm telling you, if it wasn't on camera and if same situation, no cameras around, his wife would have probably walked past and saw that happening. She may have, would you get mad?
I would have pushed her.
You would have pushed the girl?
Yeah.
Oh, you violent.
Yeah, I would have pushed her.
Damn.
I mean, there's literally not a doubt in my mind. I would have pushed her.
And this is exactly why we cannot go to any exotic dancer club in life ever. I'm not going with her, man, because she's going to say it's cool. But the entire time, I'm going to feel uncomfortable because I know she's not going to be with it. I know her.
Depends on how much you enjoyed it. Like I said, he was enjoying it a little too much for me.
Nah,
I would have came out, would have stuck my hand right here. Move, bitch.
See what I'm saying? My boy did that college lean. You know, back in college, you know, the girl came and twerked and you let your body go and your homeboys held you up. He had that type of thing going on.
Yeah, and then he had them thin shorts. She could probably feel a little poke back there. Come on now. It's inappropriate.
Next made a whole song about that. Feel a little poke coming through.
Yeah.
I don't want you twerking on me and I got all this cotton between us.
Hard or not. Hard or not. She probably still felt a little bump back there.
I want you to feel that. I want you to know what's
He's
going
a
on.
married man. What are we talking about?
He just want her to know what's going on.
Maybe he's not married no more. We don't know. I don't know.
They
I
said,
haven't seen anything about Chance the Rapper in like a very long time, so I don't know what they may got going on.
If you made a whole album about your wife, you still married. I don't care what you say. You married too. But I think if they have that type of relationship and she knows that everything is cool, then it's all right. Everybody else shouldn't be in their business. And I'm going to say this. I have to once again blame it on the camera person. If you know my man is married, going through a divorce, separate, whatever the case, if you know he got a situation, bro, you got to put your camera down.
And I also just kind of feel like men just get way more slack than women do. Because a couple weeks ago,
I'm not gonna let you do that.
We were just on this podcast talking about Sierra in a dress that she wore and her being naked. And she went throwing no ass. She just walking the red carpet to a party that she was in theme with.
Okay.
And it's all this hoopla. Like the comments on all of our videos where we talked about this is going crazy. The men are in an uproar.
Thank y'all.
They're raging.
Facebook was
couldn't
lit
be
about
my
that.
wife. And then you got Chance the Rapper, and he's married, and he's getting twerked on and pelvis thrusting on the ass here.
Come on.
And that's the culture. That's what you're supposed to do there. Technically, that's what Sierra was supposed to do at the party. So I don't want to hear it. Y'all are ridiculous. It goes back to y'all selective ass outrage.
Come on, Chris Rock.
I don't want to hear that shit.
But it goes back to culture versus theme. This is the culture over here. Like I'm cultured out. Like I'm with the Carnival people. Everybody, when you know, your wife knows where you're going. So she knows what you're going to see. We've all seen the video. Big Pimpin' is a Negro spiritual. We know how they were giving it up. Where y'all think they were at? Carnival. So we already know this. Then going into it, I think you should already have in your mind what could possibly happen.
No, we've been in club situations and we've been with men in relationships where a girl will try to come up and dance on the guy. I think that's happened to you before. And what do? You politely walk back or you politely turn the other way.
I
and
run.
You do exactly.
Shit.
So I don't want to hear it.
I'm out, girl.
I don't want to. Or it's like, say for instance, I'm in a club and I'm dancing, I'm doing my thing, and a random guy doesn't realize that I'm married. Some people just don't care, and he tries to come up behind me. I'm gonna immediately stop dancing and be like, "Whoa, back it up!"
And see, I think I have a problem with that too. Oh boy, we getting somewhere. Because you dancing like that, and you dancing like, ooh, looking back at it, you don't really want to dance with your homegirls. You want me to come
dance
get
with girls all
behind
the
that
time.
thing. That's true.
Come on now.
But as a guy, like, and this coming from a married person, as a guy, if I see a beautiful lady dancing like that, and she may be dancing with a girl, she may be single, I'm going to be tempted to get behind it. If I was single, I'm going to be tempted to like, I don't know what you got going on. All I see is some booty and you look good. I'm going to try to scoop you, hit you with a Chance the Rapper. Let you feel a little poke coming through.
You're not doing it as a married person, though. We're going back to the fact that he's supposedly a married man. That's what we're going back to.
Why you got to keep saying supposedly?
Because we don't know. They could have broke up.
They could have.
2020 took a lot of down.
When did the album come out?
They should call 2020 the year of the Great Divorce. I know so many couples that ended their relationships between 2020 and 2021. Like that, maybe they didn't make it out the fire. I don't know. We almost did.
Shit, boy. The Phoenix. We were out of here. I'm talking about I was so gone. Oh, by you. You made a good comparison a minute ago. Sierra in her situation, and then Chance the Rapper in this situation. Both of those things have something in common. What they have is they highlight their spouses on a higher level. So when things come out like this, they get scrutinized on a higher level. It's all the dirtbags out there. They couldn't wait. Oh, the album, he wrote that album about his wife. I knew he was dirty. I knew he was doing bad. Sierra, same thing. Oh, she supposed to love her husband. Why she wearing that? I knew she didn't really love him. She wants some attention. Two of the same things are happening right now that we can discuss.
Yeah.
So it's not too far-fetched from one another. So while you say it's selective outrage, it's the same. It's not selective. The people who are on Chance's head are on his head because he made that album about his wife. The people who are on Sierra are for two reasons. They don't look like her, first of all, because God bless. And the second reason is because that she openly loves her husband. And he openly loves her too. People hate on this shit all the time.
People have also, like, Sierra been getting a lot of heat for a lot of stuff. Like that song she got out right now.
You like it? You like it? We got it.
Okay, I don't think it's just like that great of a song.
Okay.
Furthermore, like, I understand that Sierra has been in the places that the single women are at right now. Like, I understand that. However, I just think she's missing her demographic right now. Like, she's making music that's catering to the young 20s.
I gotta get you.
It's like, it just doesn't fit her very real life. Like, people aspire to have a relationship.
Yeah.
Like the one she portrays to have. It's like, make music for that.
I gotta get you though. I
can't talk. Yeah, you know I'm a huge Sierra fan.
I know you
so
can.
I have a hard time saying anything negative about Sierra.
So I'm about to protect you real fast. Let me get you out of here. You said you want Sierra to make more age-appropriate music about loving her husband and all that, right? That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, or just, I mean, her music still sounds like the music that she
it
did.
Does. She got a little promise ring
ago.
in there.
Yeah.
Promise ring-ish.
And promise ring. I love this song.
I'm going to play that the next episode of the podcast.
I love that song.
When I got a song go. But you also did not like the fact that Mary J. Blige made a song called Hello Gorgeous. You don't like that song.
I don't like this song.
But that's your age demographic now.
Good morning, gorgeous.
And I love
I don't like this song.
I love MJB.
MJB technically not my age demographic.
Yes, it is. Like, she don't want to claim
MJB is
it.
my mama.
No, it's
and
your
I'm a
ass
huge Mary fan.
It's your
like,
ass.
I can
Nah,
sing
come
a
on,
Mary
man.
album front to back. But that song,
Share my... That's you.
I
Go
don't
ahead and
like
get
this
into
song.
it. Tabitha Brown liked it. And that's you. You wear them Tabitha Brown outfits from Target.
I do, because I like them.
It's Mary J. Blige, Tabitha Brown, Shea Butter, drinking hot tea in the morning are all you right now. Like, take this shit and accept it. That's who you are. And you embrace it. Like, you do things. You put, like, cooking utensils in your hair and all this stuff. That's you
What
now.
you mean cooking utensils in my
like,
hair?
we talked about it. Like, you make paprika and you put all this shit in your hair, too.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Because
Anyway.
it's simply not true. You're just pulling stuff out your butt right now.
You don't use
don't make
canola. You don't use vegetable oil for your hair?
No.
Like extra virgin olive oil, I meant to say?
Mm-mm.
Indy.
I don't. I use coconut oil
Same.
on my skin.
All this stuff you use to preserve your age and your beauty. I appreciate it. But all that also falls in a certain category as adult. I like adult contemporary rap music. I can't listen to this parade in my city yet. I tried and I almost threw my phone out of the car window one day. I don't want to know about a parade being inside my city. I will listen to that Swiss Beats and that Nas. Listen, I hate to say it.
You want to go to Erica and Nas, or they come to Nashville?
Who?
Erykah Badu and Nas.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. I'm not gonna say. I'm not the biggest Nas. I like Nas.
I think it sounds like
as a
July
person.
18.
Love Nas as a person. I'm not a huge fan of but you trying to kick knowledge? No. And yeah, I'm not. Anyway, we can move on. It's not gonna be no music podcast.
He likes Beard don't like conscious rap. That's what it is.
I do like conscious rap.
No, you don't.
You crazy. I'm not.
If it was T.I.
I'm there. Legends of the Street.
Even if it was,
I was raised off that.
Even if it was the Webby, Boosie.
I'm there. I'm from the Webby and Boosie era. We talked about this on the podcast. I grew up on these people. Now I am reformed. Now my palate has changed over the years. So I like adult contemporary rap music now. There's nothing wrong with that. Say it out loud.
Who's an adult contemporary artist? Kendrick?
No, all of my adult contemporary. We got old Jay-Z. Yeah, Pusha T. I hate to say that out loud. Cole. Yeah, I think, but you know, I look Drake number one. It's not adult contemporary, but this still. Anyway, now we didn't. So what's the conclusion about this Chance thing? We didn't even conclude about it. Are we still gonna be together after the video? After the video comes out?
I don't think it's divorce worthy, but I'm gonna be mad for a while. I'm be mad.
But it's all about the embarrassment.
I'll be feeling away for sure.
It's really all it's about. Because
so good example of that video is have your fun and just don't record it. So like lately I haven't been recording hardly anything when I go out, like here recently, because I just want to have fun. I don't want to be on my phone the whole night. A good example of this is the Hulu documentary that they're about to put out on Freaknik.
Yeah, I was getting there.
And while I'm gonna watch it, because I wanna know, I think that them people should be able to live comfortably without worrying about whether or not they coochie gonna be on this documentary. Because it was a bunch of Kit Kats being shown during Freaknik. Okay, but they should be able to live in peace. And now they digging up old dirt that's about to come back and haunt them. We don't know what's finna be in that documentary, but they was all having their fun in the 90s, and they thought it was gonna stay in the 90s.
Hot take. Those people don't look the same as they did back then.
Oh, absolutely not.
How many people have we gone back home and we know this person used to be the bee's knees back in the day? Back in high school, the thick girl. Hey, yo, that thick girl didn't keep working out. She never worked out. She kept eating. So now she's a little heavy. So some of these girls is on their Freaknik doc with the thick girls back in high school in the 1900s. Now, their thickness moves to different places. So they're not going to look the same. So they can still keep their identity safe and they'll be okay. I feel like they will be okay. Some of them might, because your auntie.
So, like, I was gonna say my auntie, yeah, absolutely. And then I'm just sitting here thinking, like, my mama has pictures with like her sister and I think her cousin. And my mama used to drive up here and go to TSU's homecoming. So if I saw like a picture or a video of my mom, I would know back in the day at TSU's homecoming, I would absolutely know that was my mom.
Your mom might be in anomaly.
And my mom is actually probably smaller now than what she was back then, because my mom was thick. So
your mama eats carrots. just pick them up and eat them.
Mama likes to take care of her body.
You know what I'm saying? So this is different. But your mom is the anomaly that we're talking about.
My aunt, I would absolutely know that was her.
Yeah, but it's an anomaly as well. Like, it's not. The majority of the people going to be safe on this documentary. Those same people that are take care of themselves right now, they didn't give a damn about what they were eating in, and they're not going to be able to tell who these people are. They're going to be safe.
But their family will know.
But I'm going to watch.
Their family will know. Their family and friends will know.
Who cares about your family and friends? As long as I can get fired from my job, I'm cool. I don't give a damn about that shit.
I was listening to... who was I think Sky was saying something about it recently. She was like, it's gonna be some first ladies in that documentary.
For sure.
Some reformed freaks.
For sure. But once again, they can carry their Bible. They probably twerk and have their Bible in the car. So once they got done twerking, they read Ephesians or something like that.
I think that nothing is bad as it seems unless there's a video. I'm not saying like this is how I live my life or anything like that.
That's the key.
But the video, granted, the actual action is bad, but the fact that there is always a video.
We always gotta be on camera. the camera person is always the snitch. It's always the camera. You can't tell on yourself. Shout out to Big Phil. The camera person is always the person who's doing the guy you see always on his phone. He's going to be the one that's dry snitching. He ain't doing it on purpose. He just can't keep the moment in his head. He got to put it out. I'm always the sober one in the group, as y'all know already. My friends, do you know the footage I could have captured of my friends acting an ass back in the day? But I didn't. I'm a respectful guy. We all had a clause, man. We gonna go out here and do something together. Then we don't need to just put it up there. We know what we did.
So there's back in the day in Memphis, like when they were having the shotgun parties, and like it was just like a lot of parties that we went to growing up. There was a guy who I think he used to take out the pictures at the parties.
Yeah,
and I guess he had gotten access to an account that had all these old pictures, and so he started uploading all these old albums from these parties, and this guy tagged me in one of the photos.
Yes, man.
And I wasn't even doing that, but the photo was just a horrible photo, and I was just like, oh, tag. Don't tag me in this.
See what I'm saying?
Do not tag me
See what I'm saying? So anybody can get it, right? So that's what
that's going to be good, valuable lesson for you to pass on to your kids. When they get ready to go to college and they start going down in parties, be like, listen, don't let them people photograph and film you.
Or, you used to say, don't leave your drink around and watch out when the cameras are around. Because you be fresh as hell when the feds watching, but you got to watch out because the cameras are always rolling. Believe that. We told this story. We'll tell it again. I was having a simple breakfast one morning at IHOP with Indy. Minding my business like I'm doing. We first started talking. We wasn't really official, but we were talking. And all of a sudden, my ex-girlfriend texts me, where you at? I said, why? Are you at IHOP? I said, how? She said, are you with India? I said, who? Come to find out, she sent me a picture of us, me and India, at IHOP together. It was me. And this was back in 2010. It was pixelated, but it was for show me. The cameras are always rolling. Chance the Rapper, brother, I pray for you, man. But now we got to talk about something else. We got to talk about this. I can't
believe you just used to sit up and tell a lie like that.
What you mean?
That day we was at IHOP, we had been together for a long time.
Oh, my bad.
Not dating.
I ain't know.
Not dating. I'm saying like that weekend, we had spent like the entire weekend together.
Oh, yeah, we was... You know your boy.
The entire week. Like Friday, he got off work. I got out of school. Listen. I went to his house. Didn't leave to Sunday.
She was having the time of her life. She thought she was staying in a resort when she was with me. Got anything she wanted.
I did. We went shopping. We just had a good time.
I took you shopping?
We went to the mall. Every time we went to the mall, you used to pull out your wallet.
You stay robbing me. Now look at you. Crazy. I can't even believe this. Now, real fast, too. Gotta talk about, since we're talking about vacations and getting ready to go. Did you see the video where the guy went crazy about the baby crying on the flight?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see that? Insert clip. I want to pause it so you can watch it and come back and talk about it. So Indy's just seen the clip. Fresh off. I stopped mid-pod so she can watch it. How you feel about that?
That is insane.
This is real
insane.
So if you haven't seen it, it was a man, an adult man, looks like he's in his late 40s, maybe early 50s, on the Southwest flight to Fort Lauderdale, lost his mind because a baby was on the flight crying. He lost it so much that the pilot had to land the flight in Orlando and everybody had to get off the flight because he lost his shit. How you feel?
I just couldn't imagine.
How you feel?
Like, for one, I pray that he does not have children.
He don't. And
he's older, so if he did have children, he would probably have grown children, and those kids are probably traumatized by him. I'm so speechless. Like,
the kicker is my man was yelling to the top of his lungs and got the flight. Like they had to land early. Bro, you messed up everybody's timing. You messed up everybody's good time. Like you messed up the vibes. The baby was crying. Listen, I understand nobody wants to be on the plane with a crying baby. But what we don't understand is this. how difficult it is for the parents who are on the flight with that said baby. They feel the same level of embarrassment and anxiety trying to make the baby stop crying as you do, because you're inconvenienced because the baby is crying. It's not like they're sitting there not trying to make the baby not go ahead and cry.
We know that there are people who 100% believe that children should not be on airplanes.
Oh,
right?
for sure. I know that.
However, parents can't stop living their life
Hell no.
to please people who don't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And traveling with kids is stressful for everybody all around. Like I always tell people, so, before COVID, we used to travel a lot with Blake. Like Blake has been to Jamaica, he's been to London, he's been to multiple states within the United States. Like Blake has traveled to quite a few places. And we always tell people it's not going out of town with the kid that's hard. It's the traveling part to the kid that's hard, with the kid that's hard.
For sure.
So like once you get everything packed and you make it through, you make it to the airport, you
that's
make it
easy.
to security, and you get on the plane, like the moment you step off the plane, once you got to your destination, the hard part is over.
That's it. You've done that.
Traveling is the worst part. Or, when it comes to coming with, bringing your kids along with you. And so I just wish that more people would be helpful.
There you go.
When it comes to traveling with kids.
There you go. Like,
be
don't
more
scream.
Understanding. Have compassion. And I mean, some parents will, I've seen parents do like little notes and put together like little goodie bags for the passengers on the plane. Like I've seen that before. Or they'll, send out like a little note saying, I'm sorry, it's baby's first time flying.
Yeah.
But you just never know what's going on with the baby. That baby, that baby's ears could have been on fire.
That's what somebody said, but they were like, "Oh, it's not my fault that the baby ears is on fire. I didn't pay for an extra baby ear seat. The baby should have just been quiet." I'm like, people in comments are the most irrational people I've ever seen. Like the lady kept saying, "Let's be rational. You are an adult man. Why are you screaming like this?" It's okay to show frustration. He could have been like, "Man, I wish this baby would shut the hell up." Like, you could have did all the breathing hard. That's cool. Do all that. But you're not going to be screaming to the top of your lungs, inconveniencing everybody on the plane because now you're upset because you can't take Bro, they landed in Orlando. They were going to Fort Lauderdale. Do you know how close they were to their destination before he decided to pitch a fit?
Because he's in there acting a fool over a baby. And that's the thing. Like, he had no control over his own emotions. And those are the people that I like to stay away from, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Those are the people who absolutely, they terrify me. Because you never know when they're going to lose it. You don't know what these kinds of people are capable of. What if he had not been at the airport?
Oh, yeah.
What if he would have been in a public place that didn't require security to walk through?
My thing is this. Was he brave enough, or was he about to get up out of this seat and go tell the baby's parents, make that baby shut up? Now, that would have been a whole different ball game. I can't imagine being on a flight. My baby is crying. A guy like that walks up to me, tell that baby to shut up. We're going to have to land the flight for other reasons because we going to turn that mother out. We really are. So people like to have to be cognizant of their surroundings because, man, you got to give kids some grace. But
I think everybody who has traveled has been on a flight with some irritating kids.
We are.
Like me and Bear, one day, we was on a flight without Blake. It was just me and Bear, and this kid kept kicking my seat.
It's different though because I'm gonna turn around and tell the kid directly. I mean, stop.
Well, no, I had to talk to the parents.
Then I'm gonna talk to the parents.
Can you please have him stop kicking my seat? Like, we've been on the flight with some irritating kids, but it is not reason enough for me to come out of my skin and lose my mind on this airplane.
I saw people trying to correlate the two, right? They were trying to make the comparison between if I'm on the flight and the baby is kicking the back of my seat, I'm going to tell the parent, tell your kid to stop kicking my seat. If a baby is crying on the plane, I'm going to tell a parent, make your kid stop crying. You don't think the parent is not trying to make the baby not cry? You think the parent just sitting there like, go ahead and cry? No, they're trying everything that they can. They're doing everything that they had, giving it all they have. There are two different things. I can tell my son to stop kicking. I can smack his legs. I can hold his legs down. I can't just put my hand over my kid's mouth to make the baby stop crying. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, and even if we're talking like outside of babies, like Blake has big feelings. Yesterday, we had to run an errand, and he didn't want me to cook dinner. And granted, it was late. Yesterday, we had a very lazy day. We had a lazy family day. We laid on the couch, watched TV, took naps, and so we had this errand that had to be done. And
we hugged a lot.
Shut up. Blake wanted McDonald's. I don't buy Blake McDonald's. The only reason why Blake knows what McDonald's tastes like is because of Bear's mom. That's the only reason why Blake knows what McDonald's tastes like.
Whoa. You're not going to blame it all on my mom. And Jabria got a little bit to do with that too.
Bear's people in Mississippi.
Yeah,
okay.
Hold up.
So,
I'm sorry, Jabria.
He had McDonald's before Jabria.
But when they get together, it's a McDonald's party. Like they came.
Well, Blake didn't even eat McDonald's that day. He had Wendy's.
She had Wendy's. She said she switched up her passion.
Anyways, so we're leaving this place. We're wrapping up our errand, and Blake decides he wants McDonald's. I said, "No, Blake, we're not eating McDonald's." And let's see. For about 10 minutes straight, Blake screamed and cried.
Well,
over
hurt.
And over. You're hurting my feelings. How am I hurting your feelings, babe? Because you won't give me McDonald's. I mean, for 10 minutes straight.
I ignored him. I'm the king of ignoring babies.
The only reason he stopped crying is because I took his Nintendo Switch.
And that did the trick. I did. So like I said, we're all trying to navigate this shit, man.
So I understand that people feel like it's so convenient or inconvenient, and when they're with a kid and it's completely messing up their time, their very short time listening to this baby cry.
Chill.
But the parents don't want to hear it either. Also, you can't expect people with children to stay in their houses because it's inconvenient for you to be around kids. Like,
so I want to pose a question. What do people without kids expect to happen when we travel? If the kid cries, what do you suggest that we do? What are some tips that we can give? Like, what do we do?
Well, I just think it's important to understand that a lot of times, because people are probably like, if your kids act like that, why are you traveling with them? But you have to understand the airport and the plane is usually the worst part of the travel.
You just don't know.
Once you get to the destination, you're fine.
Everything is gravy at that point.
You're good to go. Everybody's having a good time. You might have a couple meltdowns here and there, but it's not enough for you to not travel with your kids.
We got a cheat code too. I will say this. The breastfeeding thing on flights, amazing. Man, if Blake even gave a whimper and he pull that thing on out, pop it in his mouth. Easy. So breastfeeding on planes, I say go with that. That's a good option. I saw somebody say give the kid melatonin. If that's what you like to do, cool. Like nothing wrong with giving your baby melatonin. But some people might say that, man, I'm not drugging my kids for your convenience. I'm not going to give my kid melatonin just so you can feel safe or you can feel like, relax on the plane. No, I don't know what my kid is going to do. I might not want to give my kids those type of vitamins right now. The only thing I can say is when you go on the plane, like you said, try to make some allies around you. If you're going to
tell people to get their kids melatonin, I think the better thing would be for you to take the melatonin.
Exactly.
And just take your ass to go to sleep.
Ambien, right? You take something that's going to put you a Benadryl. They got all type of stuff for it.
Inedible. Do what you need to do.
Yeah, a little CBD. Now, me right on out sometimes. Boy, we had that CBD chocolate. I used to take it probably about 2-3 months ago. You bought it from the turnip truck.
Oh, that was last year.
Last year, okay.
I wasn't pregnant.
I used to eat one little square right before bed, slept like a dream. And I don't even have problems sleeping with that little CBD square. Now, sometimes when I woke up the next morning, it gave me a little headache because I was sleeping too damn hard. However, take that on the plane and you will be okay. There's no reason for an adult man in his 40s to 50s to be screaming like a little bitch. If I was a dad, I would have had to fight him when he got off the flight.
I just think it's important to like offer help when you can. Usually, like our hands are full. Like step aside if you see people coming with kids. If they're trying to get something overhead, be like, "Hey, you need some help? Let me get that up there for you." Like, just be helpful.
I always do that. I'm like over helpful on the plane. If I see a lady, woman, kid, I'm gonna try to help them. If I see an old man, I'll try to help him put his bags up on top of the overhead bin. So yeah,
I just think this world needs more compassion in general.
Just be a person, man. Just relax. Then did you see the other story about the plane? The Toronto Blue Jays pitcher was on the plane, and his wife was on the plane, and they were giving their kids like rice or something like that. The kid made a mess.
Of course, because it's rice.
Do you know that they made the lady who was pregnant clean it up? The flight attendant. Now I feel a little indifferent about this. And
well, because Blake ain't getting no rice on the airplane.
There you go.
I have a hard time getting Blake rice in the house because I know it's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a mess. So you gotta have like the same thing goes with people with kids. We gotta have some kind of etiquette when we get on the plane. There needs to be etiquette across the board for people and people with kids, people without kids. Don't give your kids rice, man. Puffs. Cool. Large items, cool. Things that they won't choke on, cool. But rice, the mess that rice is going to make it. We'll have rice today, and we'll be cleaning up rice till next Monday that we had today. It's crazy. So she shouldn't have done it.
No.
Even though she was pregnant, they made her clean it up. I don't agree with that. They could have gave her some grace. I'm like, all right, you pregnant, but I'm going to tell you, don't let this happen again. From a flight attendant to a person, help us out.
You got to know your kids too. Like you got to know your kids, and you got to know that this is probably not a good idea.
Problematic.
And I can't expect you to want to clean up this mess that my kid has made. And I feel like when I go places with Blake and the kids, I feel like I'm gonna overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really with anything, even without kids. I'm the person when we go sleep in a hotel, I make sure that there is no trash out. Like when we're getting ready to check out of the hotel, I make sure all the trash is in a bin.
Same.
I'm not leaving trash on the countertop. I'm making sure that I have taken all of our dirty towels and I put them in a pile in the bathroom floor so that they don't have to go looking through the room for dirty towels. Like I make sure that I make the person who has to clean up after us, their life as easy as possible.
Ooh, quick
Y'all
question.
gotta stop taking these people for granted and just be good people.
That's a fact. Should we tip after we leave? I'm all about tipping nowadays, right? Should we leave a tip after we leave a hotel, like for the housekeeper? Now, some people do that. You get a little envelope, put a little 20, put a little
Some people do that.
I thought about doing that.
Yeah.
It depends on how long if I'm staying for a night, God bless you, good night. But if I'm staying for like multiple days, I don't think it's a bad idea.
I guess it's changed because, we haven't even had this happen. Like, you
on a cruise, I know you're supposed to.
On a cruise, yes.
They're going to take it from you. It's not even a question.
Well, no, you go to the hotel and then they bring your luggage up to the room. The bell person.
I always tip them for sure.
So I guess if you tipping them, you might as well tip the cleaning staff.
I think you're supposed to. I'm not even lying. Help us out. I don't really know the vibes. I think you are supposed to. But as far as the kids goes, man, have more compassion for everybody. Everybody, this is all get along. But I got to do my thing. Here we go.
Now unqualified advice from B-Love and B-Love's Relation Tip.
I got the keys. This week stems from last week's discussion about communication. Now, I love talking to my friends because I talked to one of them not even 3-4 hours ago. And she was telling me that the guy that she's been dating has now stopped talking to her because who knows, he just felt like it was the proper thing to do. And then I thought about it. I'm like, man, good communication also comes with maturity. So my relationship is be more mature. You have to communicate your feelings. I know I said last week, sometimes it might be difficult to communicate what you're going through. And I stand by that. I stand by that wholeheartedly because of the role reversal the woman would put on you. However, we can't just go ghost and not say anything, at least acknowledge my message, say, give me some time, or I'll get back with you. Do not let a message lay dormant and just sit there in purgatory while you in your feelings. Just let me know, man. Hey, I got your message. I'm going to get back to you right now. I've been a little busy, this, that, and the third. There's no reason for us to be the age that we are not knowing how to properly communicate with one another. So it comes with a sign to me of immaturity. When you start or when you stop cold turkey communicating, ghosting or anything, this is because you're immature. And if that person is immature, this is only a sign for things to come. And it's not going to get better probably if they keep doing this. This is like, I don't know now at this point, not a one-time occurrence.
Yeah.
This is who they are. Like, you got to take them. They're showing you up front. My communication skills suck. Yeah. And then when we get around each other, everything is all peaches and cream, 112. But when we are apart, you can't even send me a damn good morning or I see you or I get back with you. Good morning,
gorgeous.
It's outside, Mary J. Send it to me. Let me know. Back when I was dating women, I used to always hit them with the good morning, beautiful text. And I think that's what we, as guys, we have to go back to that, man. We need to listen to more R&B. None of that parading in my city. I was making her listen. Tired of this shit, man. Made me mad when I heard this song. I was listening to some Silk this weekend.
It's the conversation that we went back to months ago when we said that men are not making music. Like, they're not making love songs. They're not making woo me music.
But the music is out there to be found. You just got to go find it, man. Get you some Silk. Get you some H-Town. Listen to what they were saying. Like it's slow, pumping fast. That ain't going to go. Listen to what these brothers were telling you, fellas. We have to understand that we are trying to impress the lady, not the other way around. I feel like now men think they the prize. The majority of the time.
Y'all don't know how to court anymore.
That's a fact. I know you the prize. But now that I got you, boy, you are an expensive prize, but you are the prize. Damn. How much more can I put out? Help me. But needless to say, man, if you got somebody and they're showing signs of immaturity, you got to make a decision. What you going to do? You going to barbecue with me? Because if you stay, you already know what you setting yourself up for. This person might not get better if you decide to stay. If you decide to leave, you have to be steadfast in your decision and just deal. Don't even be thinking about, man, like waiting for him to text you back. Don't worry about it. It's his loss. Oops, her loss. 21. When you do something for me.
Tell him like Music Soul Child said, if you leave, you'll do best without me.
That's what he said for real?
I think so.
You know what I'm about to say. If you don't want me, the gospel. If you don't want me, then
I think that's Music
don't
Soul
talk to me.
Child.
It was Music Soul Child. I don't know if that was a lyric or not, though. That was for sure music.
So.
Fantasia got the whole time best. That song is for real my top 3, 4, 5 songs of all time. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. I'm Not Your Superwoman by Karen. Man, listen, I love me some women music. Like, to make you feel good. The woman's voice is the sexiest instrument of all time. Believe me when I say that. I'm trying to stall for her to put these damn Music Soul Child lyric.
Yeah, it's called If You Leave for Marriage Advice.
You need to listen to me.
Yeah, if you leave, you'll do best without me. I'll let it go, girl. It's over. But before we say goodbye, let's give it a try. Don't give this man a try.
Exactly. Give it a try. That's what I'm saying.
Be done. Once you give it a try, it's time to leave.
You got your WWID?
Because I didn't. Don't you got a meeting?
Listen, man, tell the people they can find you. I'm cool on that. Tell the people they can find you. I'm Poddy, damn it.
Indian Marie on Instagram. Oh, I'm gonna be teaching. This week I'm gonna drop my first pop-up Pilates class.
You gotta say that in the beginning of the episode. A lot of people might not make it this far. It's 50-something minutes in.
We'll try it again next week. But I'm teaching a pop-up Pilates class. So
teach you how to pod
in like a week or two. So yeah, be on the lookout.
Listen, man. Go to YouTube. I need to do a better job of saying it in the beginning of the episode. Go to YouTube, man. I got help. I haven't been doing a good job of communicating with the person who's helping me. Jennifer, I love you. You helped me. I'm sending you some stuff today. But in the meantime, in between time, you can find us at BeLove1911, She and I Podcast on Instagram. Leave us a message at sheandipodcast@gmail.com. We love to hear from you. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tune the hell on in. It's been real. It's been fun. I